Okay.
All right, a few weeks ago, and you'll see on your worksheet, we had a very special guest. We had Dr. Alonso, CEO of Baltimore City Public Schools. Dr. Alonso has done an amazing job of working on transforming the Baltimore City school system. I wonder, just from a citizen and community activist and a resident and homeowner here in Baltimore, can you tell us a little bit about what you see going on in the state of education in Baltimore City?
Certainly. I mean, I have a lot of opinions about that. First of all, you know, the public schools in Baltimore City get a bad rap, you know, due to poor, you know, standardized testing scores and whatnot. But I think the blame is kind of misplaced. A lot of people, you know, blame teachers, you know, for not teaching students well. But really what it comes down to, I think, is you know, the tax base that Baltimore City has to derive its funds for education from, compared to, you know, the outlying counties around the city. There's no money for education in Baltimore City. I'm surprised to see all these computers. I didn't expect to see that at all. So, you know, education is important. You know, education empowers students, you know, and gives them the skills that they need to succeed. But the answer is providing students with, you know, the correct tools to gain education, and you know, in that sense, I think is where Baltimore City's failed.
So specifically, when we think about tools, all schools are graded, and we've gone over this quite a few times, on an AYP status. Can anybody give me, raise your hand please, can anybody give me one of the components of AYP?
Attendance.
Thank you. Attendance. It's one of the four. We got three more.
HSA.
HSA, which test?
Math.
Algebra.
English.
Okay. And English.
Graduation.
And graduation rate. Thank you. Of seniors. Those are the four components of AYP. Can you graduate without passing your HSAs?
No. Yes.
You can?
You do bridge.
You can
do bridge.
Okay. So can you not pass your standardized test and get a diploma from Baltimore City?
Yes.
Bridge don't be I don't know about that.
Yes, you can take the bridge when you can't pass the test. So when you do bring up the tools, part of the tools are having a mathematical analytical minimum, which is an HSA test, and also to have a communication skills of reading and writing in our English HSA. And that is an issue. That's an issue at this school, and that is an issue at several schools in the city, and I think you're right. That is the biggest area that needs to be addressed, is to raise our performance levels in those standardized tests, and having a deeper tool set to where those tests aren't as challenging as they are. But on a positive note, we need to figure out how can our students succeed despite and no matter whatever surrounding or exterior interfering devices are placed in their path. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or if you're on social assistance. It doesn't matter if you are Asian or white or African American. It doesn't matter anything down the line if you're Muslim or Christian or agnostic. The only thing that's going to matter is that you become the best you that is possible. That's the only thing. No matter where you are, if you live in Roland Park or you live in Harlem Park, you can have the same level of success at the end of the day, but that's going to require you working at it every day, because today decides tomorrow. Mr. Landymore, if you could just, in closing, and you can take as much time as you'd like. What are the 3 most essential character traits that our students need to be focused on as they transition from being 21st century learners and as they become 21st century leaders?
Okay. I've been trying to think of those 3 just now as you were talking. One, I think is most important, is teamwork skills. Any job that you have, once you graduate, once you become a college graduate, any job that you have is going to necessitate teamwork skills. You need to be able to cooperate with other people. You need to be able to articulate your views about your common goal, and you need to be able to put aside differences, should there be any, in order to reach that common goal. So I'd say teamwork is very important. You need to learn how to do that now so you can build upon that skill set as you progress through your education. 2 is a pretty easy answer, technology. You have to know your way around a computer these days. You have to know your way around the internet, and how to use the tools available through the internet to help you out with whatever whatever task you have coming to you. It's not the internet, computers aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So if you haven't already, embrace that. Take a programming course. The more you know about computers and stuff like that, the better prepared you're going to be for continued education and your professional career. 3rd, I had a 3rd one, and it's escaping me now. Why don't we just leave it at those 2?
Teamwork, technology, and then
Perseverance.
the perseverance is the most common one that's been stated. All right, we're gonna say the 2 most essential things today: teamwork and technology. I find that's really good. I would actually say the 3rd one, if I could add one in here, is be present. Okay, and this is why I'm saying that, because when you're present in this room, you are always working as a team, and you are always working on technology. Seriously, think about where you're at right now. Keep your head in the current game, right? When we think about what's outside in the hallway, what do we call that? Anybody?
A hallway.
No.
Distraction.
On the wall, the student work that's on the wall. What is?
Paper.
What is it?
Paper.
Teamwork.
It's teamwork.
A+ exam.
Right. It is. Thank you,
Don't say it
Marquise.
so seriously.
A+ exam.
It's our A+ exam, and we've broken that down. Who did that by themselves? No one, right? You worked. Well, everyone, right? Fair enough. Everyone or no one. You work together as a team to completely break down and standardize an A+ certification exam, but you did it as a team. We're working on our PowerPoints, breaking down all the standards of CompTIA A+ 701. Is anybody doing that all by themselves?
No.
No, we're doing it together as a team so we can come up with understanding technology together as a group. I think Ms. Landymore really hit on the key essence of what's happening in this room. And it's nice to have somebody from outside the room, right, walk in and say, everything you're doing right now is directly related to the success you'll have in your future. Once again, I want to make sure you heard that. Everything you're doing right now in this classroom will positively affect your future. That's not me saying this,
I'll add, this will be my 3rd one, and I touched on it earlier. I think what's also very important is, as I said before, is to pick something that you're passionate about and make that your life's work. if you just chase the big bucks, if you really don't want to be a lawyer, but you know that lawyers make a lot of money, you're not going to be a good lawyer. But if you know that if you are passionate about education, and you know in your heart that educating young people is the key to building a better Baltimore City, then do that. You're always going to do better at that which you're passionate about. So that'll be my third one.
I love that. All right, passion, comprehension of technology, and working with
Teamwork
other people,
skills.
and teamwork skills. Ladies and gentlemen of Augusta Fellows Savage Institute of Visual Arts, the 6th Branch Project Coordinator for Operation Oliver, Dave Landymore.